Do you need APIs for consent management? Well, yes. Why? Within the organization, you have multiple services. Within each services, you have multiple interfaces and platforms from which the consents are being taken. And they all need to be in sync with each other. So you need APIs that help you ensure that they're able to talk to each other properly. Welcome to my YouTube channel where you really see new content on data privacy. And today we are going to talk about APIs for consent and the kind of requirement that the BRD document has put in. So as I mentioned, you need those consents to talk to each other in real time, right? We discussed this in the last few videos since we are talking of consent management, BRD document, multiple services, multi-tenant, that the capturing could be centralized, the logging and reporting could be centralized just to ensure that the user experience is good, right? You can't ask a user within an organization that you avail my 10 services, so you go to 10 systems, enter your information, and then we start matching them and all, right? So you need a cross-system interoperability, a unified access, an audit system which is centralized from one console. You can handle it well, and your principals can handle it well. So the key APIs that the BRD document has mentioned include a consent capture API where you are capturing the consent from the data principal, the consent check or status check API, and as you check the status, you should notify the user of any changes that are happening, including the fact that you have captured it. Changes might include the revocation of API, which has a revocation API for sure, but then revocation also would change the status. So you should notify the user at that also. And finally, audit trail should be created. And these are the four key APIs that the BRD document has mentioned in its list of APIs. How would they work? E-commerce app, it calls the consent capture API, picks up a consent. Any user or any partner who is selling on that app or buying on that app, the customer, so customer would not be involved here, but there could be sub-agents and distributors and the partners, of course. They need to check and get notified. What are they getting notified? They are getting notified about a new order for the product and perhaps also the PIIs of the customer that the payment has been received and now you need to deliver these. Payment information might not go to the partner because a consolidated payment might be made by the e-commerce organization. And I spoke to one of the e-commerce companies recently who deliver all on their own, so they don't have separate delivery partners or separate product partners. But from payment point of view, they said we have a payment gateway. So the PII is stored with the payment gateway, not even with the fiduciary itself. User withdraws permission, revocation APIs, permission gone, and finally an audit API which should always tell you what is happening inside the system. Who is capturing consent? How is it being captured? How is it being accessed? Changes like revocation, deletion, and all the information about these is being captured through the audit APIs. And again, status check is also the notifying to the user. So I mentioned them accordingly. Developer Readiness Checklist. The developers have to be clear that they need a checklist and they need to develop a proper API versioning system with backward compatibility, that they know what APIs have been created and how are these APIs working. Authentication system and a token-based access control. So how is the API or how is the consent getting authenticated, getting into the system, tokens that get circulated between various services and various apps and platforms, full logging of each and every API call or each and every consent call, and integration testing between these components before it actually goes live. From a governance and security layer point of view, you must use HTTPS encryption that brings in security, that ensures that the data in transit is encrypted. You must limit the rate of transitions so that the misuse or abuse or loss of data packets is taken care of. You should have all access logs, which is the most important thing. So two important things: security and logging. Who got the consent? Who accessed it? What was the consent? When was it taken? And why was it taken? right? Defining the purpose also. So that's about the role of APIs in consent management. I hope you like the content of the video. Please press the bell and the like icon, subscribe to my channel, and share your feedback in the comment section. Thank you.